Daniel reported back this afternoon and feels good. So we're encouraged by, Daniel and what he's relaying to us as far as his finger and how it went down in Albuquerque. Medically, Keith and our medical department are also encouraged. So that's good to have him back. I mean, we'll talk through the situation tonight and tomorrow to see if there's an imminent activation.
David Dahl not being in the lineup, anything to do with
Nothing.
that ball he took off the foot?
Just a day for David. He's eligible. I mean, he's not eligible. He's available for sure. I think that David, was on the injured list for 10 days. We ran him out there. We're just giving him a day off from starting tonight. At some point, I'm sure he'll be in this game trying to help us win, and more than likely he'll start tomorrow.
I know you're going through a lot of different scenarios of what you're going to do for starter tonight. Why ultimately did you guys decide Hoffman?
Well, the way our bullpen has been used the last couple of days, and Kyle obviously not making the start, we needed a starter, and it was actually it fell on near Jeff's day in Albuquerque to bring Jeff back. So, he's pitched in big league games before. He's had success in the big leagues at times, and tonight, let's hope it's another one.
Not a dazzling stat line in AAA so far for him, but what kind of good things have you seen, or has the farm seen early on?
Well, I think with Jeff, I think the stuff has been good, right? He's holding his velocity. The breaking ball at times has been of great quality. The changeup has come more into play in his games this season. So hopefully the three-pitch mix tonight can be effective against the Nationals.
Did you see things from him in spring training that maybe made you feel he was making a progress from where he had been?
I did. I think we all did. There were some encouraging signs in spring training from, I think there's a little bit of an uptick in the velocity, but that seemed to have sort of leveled out now a little bit. The consistency of the breaking ball was much improved in spring. It hasn't really shown up in the regular season so far, but there's a long way to go in the regular season, as we know. But in his confidence level in his three pitches, I think was something that became apparent just watching Jeff and talking to Jeff and watching him work through the spring. Hasn't shown up yet in the minors, but every start for a starting pitcher is an opportunity to prove their worth and what they can do for the organization. And tonight's one of those nights for Jeff.
He's run into some situations where an inning would get away from him. He's pitching quite well, then that inning happens. Do you keep a little bit of a shorter leash tonight, thinking?
Well, our bullpen's a little thin tonight, Thomas. We'll see how the game plays out, right? Every game's unique. I don't have a crystal ball. But we'll all watch it, I'm sure. And then afterwards, we're going to talk about it.
Buddy, the guy going on the other side's got some rough numbers here, but can that be a little bit of a trap sometimes? You guys got to know how successful
This
you've
guy's a
been
good
against
pitcher,
him.
man. I've seen this guy a lot, and he's a good one. So I don't worry. I look at numbers a lot, right? And some numbers are deceiving. But I know that this guy can pitch. This guy's a good one. We got to lay off the slider. We got to get on the fastball, get the slider up. That slow curveball is going to come into play. But this guy's, a proven big league pitcher. He's good.
You talked about bullpen usage lately. Is that one of the biggest reasons why a three-man bench tonight?
Yes. Yeah. We have a number of guys unavailable tonight. So if the game gets to the later stages and we are in a close game, some of the guys that you might normally see won't be seen.
With your lineup too, though, other than the pitcher spot, the pinch hitter probably isn't as big an issue as it might be with some lineups.
Yeah, I think with it depends on the game and what we have going on, but because of the shorter bench, we might not be able to pinch hit earlier in the game, or we might, if there's an opportunity to take a big chance somewhere, maybe pop David in there, or Who else we got on the bench?
But I, get-
Hampson.
but I guess I'm saying it's more designed for your pitching staff to have the pinch hitters than your position players. So
Yes, today's 25-man roster is all about trying to make sure we have enough pitching to get us where we need to be. And you know, if the game comes down to a pinch hit spot, hopefully our starting pitcher is pitched deep enough into the game that's given us a chance not to use the bench early.
Was Herman,
Or you might see Herman or John or somebody. Yeah.
Herman's got to get out of the slump.
Hey, with Nolan's 1,000 hit last night, sometimes sort of self-awareness can be kind of dangerous, like noticing where you're at kind of in a career or whatever. Like, is it helpful sometimes to recognize how far you've come? It's whenever somebody hits a milestone, we ask them about it. It's like, I didn't know it was coming, because you really have to focus on the day in this game. I understand,
Right.
but like those things must be encouraging.
Well, I think what they give you perspective on where you've been and what you've done, and I think there's some self-confidence in that, knowing that you've achieved certain milestones or markers. And I think that always lets you know what type of player you are. And as long as you are healthy and you feel good, and maybe the results aren't coming, you can sort of look at what you've done, and it's sort of reassuring that you're a pretty good player.
Hey, buddy, I know he's not starting today, but in talking with John Gray, he says part of the reason that he feels like he's had more success is simplifying his mindset and not overthinking. Have you read that from him at all? Do you feel like he's matured mentally on the mound?
It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. Every player's different. All 750 of them who are playing tonight, they're all different. With John, there's been a great deal of conversations over the time that John's been in Denver. I know that he's very close with Darren and Steve, and their relationship and their teachings and their interactions have helped John. Since I've come on, I mean, my conversations with John have been, more about that side of it than the physical side. There's some things on the mechanic side, his delivery, that I felt strongly about. But it's more about a lot of things that I've talked about as far as the mental awareness, the in-game awareness, the poise, the focus, the keeping things together. All those things we've all talked about a lot. But, and these type of things don't happen overnight for some players. Some players sort of get it quick. Some guys it takes a little bit longer.